Hey guys, welcome back to the X-Ring. No funny jokes about the plaid shirt. Everyone's been commenting on this today. I don't know what it is. It must just make people angry or something, or they think I'm the happy hunter. But either way, welcome back to this episode of the X-Ring. We're going to continue on the U.S. military rifles and that lineage, okay? So we started with the 03, then we went to the Garand, and then now we're going to go to the M1 carbine. The M1 carbine was introduced somewhere around 1942-ish, early 40s. And it was developed because of the need to have something more portable, more lightweight instead of a 10-pound rifle, something for tankers, for paratroopers. Now, guys, this one is an M1A1 because it does have the wire stock. It is a paratrooper version. It's a really, really good example of one. But, you know, you guys have probably all shot an M1 carbine. It's kind of everyone's favorite. It's easy to let kids shoot those things. There's very little recoil. It shoots a 30 caliber. Cartridge, which, you know, a lot of people make fun of that, but it actually has plenty of power. It's about equivalent to a Magnum calibered or a Magnum round out of a pistol. So, you know, they're very soft, easy to shoot, very easy to manipulate. We'll just start at the end and work our way towards the back. So at the end, at the muzzle end, you're going to see you've got a front sight there. It's got a slight guard on it. Now you're going to notice this does not have a bayonet lug. The original earlier versions, especially in the M1A1 variation, did not have a bayonet lug on it. You've got a barrel shroud here. Working your way back, you've got your charging handle. Guys, this is a short piston operation on this rifle, so it's not a blowback or anything like that. You'll notice it does have a rotating bolt design, very similar to what was in that M1 Garand. Okay, you do have on this one the rear sight, which is adjustable for elevation and windage. And then working our way, you're going to see that you've got the trigger, you've got your magazine release, and then your standard safety, like I said, set up for a right-handed person, very similar to like a Remington, you know, a shotgun or anything like that. You just push to the left to make it hot. It does have a sling attachment here. You've got your wire stock, nice piece of leather here, and then you've got a little thing for grease or any type of lubrication. On the back, you actually have a little bit of a butt stock. This is actually on a sling, or on a spring rather. And all you have to do is you just fold this over, and this has that spring so that it can lay kind of flat. It'll actually damage your wood a little bit. You guys can see that where it's been scraping. So this is the M1A1 model. This is a semi-automatic. You know, you had the M1 carbine, you had the M1A1, then they had the M2s and M3s. Now those were fully automatic versions, and the M3s were outfitted with night vision and whatnot. These were very, very popular during the Korean War, especially M2s. These were popular during World War II itself. Very effective, small little carbine. Very accurate, very fun to shoot. So what we'll do is we'll get on the range here. We're at about 35 yards. I'm just going to pop some plates real quick, and then we'll move out to a little bit further distance, maybe 100 yards or so. The effective range of this rifle was designed to be about 300 yards. Most people will argue that and say somewhere around 200. All right, guys, so I've got it zoomed in so you can see the plates, but like I said, we're at about 35 yards here, maybe closer to 37. These had 15 and 30 round magazines. I've got a 15 rounder. I've put about 10, 11 rounds in it. You just simply insert it just like that. We are ready to go, and then now I'm just going to charge it to the rear. We'll start on the little pepper poppers on the ground. We'll see how it does, so here we go. All right, so easy work out of those. Like I said, very, very soft shooting, very easy to manipulate weapon. We'll go for the plates and we'll see how it does on that. So 6 plates at the top. So pretty effective there. I think, let's see here. Yeah, I am completely out because that was 10 rounds. I didn't load it out to 15. So we'll shoot that man still there. The one on the right, we'll shoot at that bolt in the center, and we'll see how it does for grouping. All right, guys, so right now we're at about 40 yards. I've moved it back a little bit. I've got it zoomed in. I'm going to go for that man still. There's a bolt on his neck here. We'll go 3 shots, and we'll see how it groups. All right, guys, so that's 3 shots. That's pretty darn tight, especially at 40 yards. So the effectiveness of this carbine is pretty good. We'll go up there and we'll take a look. All right, so guys, like I said, that was 40 yards. I was aiming for this bolt here. We were offhand, and we should see 3 shots right around that bolt. So she favors right just a hair. Could have been me, but not bad at all. So what was going, like I said, it was offhand, but we got a center favoring right a little. Pretty center, pretty center. And then we've got center right. Almost missed that one. Center. So I'd say that those iron sights are pretty spot on. Let's go get some distance on this thing. All right, guys, so now we're here at the 100-yard range, but I am at 50 right now. I'll move back here in just a minute. I've got 4 rounds left. We'll start on the left side. So at 50 yards, no problem knocking those down. And those are pretty small targets in the center area. We'll check them. That was freshly painted steel. But while we're here, let's go ahead and go for the 2 swingers. Man, these things are just so accurate to shoot, so easy to shoot, very little recoil. So let's go stretch it out to 100 yards. All right, guys, so I haven't zoomed it in so you guys can see we're at 100 here. There's that 30 cal round if you wanted to see that. And then what we'll do is we'll just do 2 shots. I'll do it offhand, and we'll go for the big steel, and then we'll go for the little round steel. That's 1 for 1 at 100 yards. And remember, that little man steel is only about 8 inches wide. So very, very effective little carbine. I mean, geez, I mean, I'd wonder how many people have actually taken deer with these, because they say it's a great round using the right ammunition. But man, good soft shooting rifle. I wish I had more distance out here, but I don't. I only have 200 yards or 100 yards on this property. So like I said, I wanted to do the review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that, learned a little bit about the M1 carbine and kind of how it was developed. Another thing I wanted to add is, you know, during the war, there was such a push to get these things going. There were a lot of different manufacturers. You had Inland, who was first and foremost, but then you had all these other automotive companies. They started contracting, even outside of automotive. You had companies like IBM and rock-ola. This is a standard product, so this one's about as rare as the rock-ola, but really, really good example of one, and they shoot great. They shoot lights out, but fun little carbine. What we'll do next is we'll review an M14, and we will go from there, just continuing on with the series. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a great week. We'll talk to you soon.